Now I kept the best for dessert. This big box here. Da, 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 da. It's shiny also. Odama from Nintendo. With a microphone included. That's why it's a big box. I get a microphone, the GameCube microphone in that. And that's a pinball game. The Odama is the name for a giant ball, if you check the artwork here. It's like a feudal battle area. And there's a big ball that comes and it rolls over the units. It's like, it comes from the gods. That god, I guess. Unboxing. This is the microphone. So there is a snap for putting on the controller. It snaps on the controller and then you can put your microphone on it like that. So you play with it and you can talk on your microphone. There's a button, you don't need to activate all the time. You can also use it for some party games, quiz game that were released on GameCube. Disney stuff, you know. So yeah, with the game, let's pull it out. Odama. It's a pinball game. You control the ball, the giant ball. Here's like a screenshot. You control the ball with the pins, the flaps, which are actual walls. But you have to use the microphone to give vocal commands, voice commands, to control the units on the board, to make them move forward or retreat or flank left or right, or do special stuff like opening gates. Good artwork. I will do some reading here. Finding more artwork? Maybe, no. Here, yeah. Okay, reading. Water first. In the booklet there is some interesting notes that I remember of. The World of Odama, a note from the developers. Odama is a new type of pinball game set in the Warring States period in medieval Japan. But as you will soon discover, Odama is very different from any other type of pinball. You will see troops fighting with all their might. You will see a massive metal sphere careening across the battlefield. You will discover that the Odama is not a weapon you should use recklessly. This is the dilemma that the commander of the Odama faces. This is the true battlefield of Odama. Strength from oneness. The true heroes of Odama are the nameless soldiers. There could be no victory without them. If you want to win, you must use the Odama carefully so that it aids your troops. If you focus only on your pinball, your recklessness will lead to your downfall. Your voice is your most important tool. Speak your orders to guide your troops and give them the strength they need as you command them to press forward. They will summon all their energy and push into the fray with greater vigor than ever before. And you can hear them shouting. It's really a big vibe in this game. The strange sense of unity forms from the union of your voice and the soldiers' brave shouts in response. The cries of the battle meld and blend above the stunning backdrop of theatrical music, filling and echoing in your room as you play. It's really like that. It's spectacular. It was one of the first games I streamed for my capture card back then, in the first year of streaming. You have to go back to it, of course, like all my games. This is the sound of many souls working as one. Victory from unity. If we, the developers, sought to express any one thing while making this game, it is not just our love of pinball. Rather, we wanted to express the indescribable feeling of witnessing a single general whose undeniable will has shaped the history of an era and the destinies of his many troops. Of course, there is no real historical precedent for the use of a weapon like the Odama on an actual battlefield, but the social structures depicted in the game did truly exist in the 16th century Japan. In those times as well, behind every famous general stood a nameless but loyal multitude that fought in his name. What did these soldiers think and feel as they marched forward the inevitable? Keep this question in mind as you play, and you will come closer to experiencing the feeling that compelled us to make this game. Only when you have seen the exhaustion that these men felt in battle can you truly understand the question, what is victory? Now, my liege, we must prepare for battle. And that was from Youth Saito on behalf of all of those who contributed to the making of Odama. It's not all, another page. The battle begins. The world is torn in a bloody war. Endless battles have ravaged this once beautiful land. This land had long been governed by Lord Yamanouchi Nobutada of the Yamanouchi clan. When Lord Yamanouchi's trusted vassal Karasuma Genshin betrayed him in a vicious coup, Lord Yamanouchi took his own life rather than bear the shame of defeat. It is the year 1539. Hungry for revenge, Tamachiyo, eldest son of Yamanouchi, assumed the name Kagetora. Traveling in secret, he fled to safety with a handful of his most loyal retainers. It is here our story begins. At the tender age of 11, Tamachiyo knew the horrors of war. Tough the Kagetora camp had few soldiers and few provisions. They possessed two secrets their longtime foes knew nothing about. One was Yamanouchi's family treasures, a gigantic ball known as the Odama. This giant ball was said to have been taken from China long ago, during the Tang dynasty. Legend held that when unleashed in battle, the Odama could inflict untold damage to foes or grant great power to allies, but these legends remained untested. The other secret was the doctrine of Nintendo, the way of heavenly duty. The word Nintendo is formed from the first kanji of three proverbs. Ninga Muchin, which means attend to one's duties without ego. Tenzai Korin, those in heaven will descend. And Dogi Tsume, moral action is daily command. The way of Ninten illustrates the mindset of the Kagetora army, soldiers who have entrusted themselves to the heaven to fight for a common purpose. And this is the true origin of Bushido, the code of the samurai. My liege, witness the treasure of our army, the Ninten bell. Remember the power it possesses. Strike it with the Odama, and its tolling brings miracles. Guide it into the dungeon of Karasuma Keep, and your victory will bring throughout this land. My liege, you must understand, we cannot afford to lose this battle. Prepare yourself, but you need not worry. With the Odama and the Nintendo on our side, Genshin Camp is no better than a straw hut. We have nothing to fear. My liege, the time for battle is upon us. Yeah, that's true. Huh? And so now you know what Nintendo means. Huh? There you go. Alright! Odama! That's my most important piece in my gaming collection.